Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about proportions, solving proportions. What is a proportion? A proportion is an equation that states two ratios are equivalent. Proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equivalent. And we will be using cross product to solve our proportions. That is, the product of the numerator with the denominator of the opposite ratio. The two, when multiplied together, are going to be equal. You'll see what I mean. There are basic proportions, and then there are proportions which require us to distribute. All right, so to solve, we will find the cross products. That is, we will cross multiply. Then we will begin to simplify. That is, to combine like terms or distribute, whatever we need to do to isolate the variable. We'll solve for the unknown variable, and then we will check to see that our work is correct. The nice thing about equations is you can always check. Here's an example. Let's say we had 2 over 3 is equal to 4 over x. I always draw cross multiplication circles. And 2 times x, that is the two things that are in the same circle, get multiplied. So 2x is equal to 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, so I have 2x is equal to 12. And now we solve. Divide 2 on both sides, and we get x equals 6. I can plug that back in, and I get 2 over 3 equals 4 over 6. That is true. So here's your u try. 3 over 4 equals n over 12. And another u try, 3x over 27 equals 2 over negative 3. Okay, what if we have to distribute? Let's say we have n over n minus 12 equals 9 over 5. Again, I'm going to draw my cross multiplication circles. 5 times n is equal to 9 times parentheses n minus 12. I always have to use parentheses when I'm multiplying more than one term. And I have 9 times n minus 12. I'm going to use my solving techniques. Distribute the 9. I get 9n. 9 times negative 12 is negative 108. Bring down the equals 5n. And there's our two-step equation. So I will subtract 9n from both sides. 5n minus 9n is negative 4n. These cancel out. I have negative 108 on this side. Divide by negative 4. And I get n equals 27. Okay. Here's your u try. X plus 3 over 4 equals 9 over 2. Okay, what if we have to distribute on both sides? What if I have 18 over d plus 13 equals 6 over d minus 13? Again, I'm going to draw my cross multiplication circles, and I have to use parentheses, so I get 18 times d minus 13 equals 6 times d plus 13. I'm going to distribute to get rid of the parentheses. 18 times d is 18d. 18 times negative 13 is negative 234. 6 times d is 6d. 6 times 13 is positive 78. I subtract 6d from both sides. I get 12d minus 234 equals 78. I add 234 to both sides. I get 12d on this side. Let's see, 78 plus 234 is 312. Divide both sides by 12. And I get d is equal to 312 times 26. Divided by 12 is 26. All right, here's your u try. M plus 1 over 4 equals 3m plus 6 over 7. All right, we're also going to have a little introduction to function form. Function form. Function form is y equals mx plus b. This is called slope-intercept form. Slope is one of the key ideas in Algebra 1. You can pick any number you want to plug in for x and figure out what y is, and there are infinite solutions. Let's say we had 4x plus y equals negative 10. This is example 4. I need to isolate y, so I'm going to use my solving techniques. That is, I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. And I get y is equal to negative 4x minus 10. I'm going to make a table. I'm going to pick some x's. I like to pick negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. If I put negative 2 in for y, I'll get negative 4 times negative 2 minus 10. Y is equal to 8 minus 10, or negative 2. So when x is negative 2, y is negative 2. Then I'm going to plug negative 1 in when x is negative 1.
Good evening, staff.
When I plug negative 1 in for x, I get y is negative 6. When I plug in 0, I get y is negative 10. Uh-oh, I'm running out of room here. Let's see, I graph negative 2, negative 2, negative 1, negative 6, and 0 to negative 10 is a little far down. So let me plug in, instead of 1, let me plug in negative 3. When x is negative 3, y is 2. 2, 3, 2. And then I can draw, well, it's not a very good line, is it? I need some work drawing lines on this thing. Okay? So this is an introduction to function form. Y equals mx plus b. Here's your u try. 6x minus 3y equals 12. You want to isolate y. Make a table. Pick some x's. Find x and y. Plot the points. And then you can draw your line. And we'll see you in class.